All right, we are live and in person. Brandon Weaver here once again. Let's get my mic, make sure my mic is nice and close. There we go. So, today we're going to get started. If you're watching the replay of this was on Saturday live streaming. So, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you can get all this content live and in person with me, talking to you and doing all of your Q&As, giving you great, content here to repair your credit. All right. So, hey, Brandon Weaver. Hey, Diamond Z Transport. Thank you so much for being on our live web stream. I'd like to do it twice, see if I'm glitching out. See if I'm freeze. No, I'm just playing with y'all. Free live stream. Appreciate y'all coming up. Angel, appreciate you being here. A few people are trickling in. I need your number. All right, I'm going to put this number up on the screen here in just a minute. We're going to talk about a few things as we go through this Saturday. Good Saturday. All right, so feel good Saturday to you. Angelo, what up, Brandon? What up, Angelo? Dennis? Yo, Angel. Jerome, stop playing games. My cameraman Jerome is playing games. Hey, Mr. Weaver, coming from GA. Good to see you. Teresa, I see you from Georgia. Whoa, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, we've been emailing back and forth. It says, hey, Brandon, got 60 points from Equifax, deleted account. Congratulations, Jennifer. Appreciate you being here on the live stream. Subscribe Tribe, voted 20. Subscribe Tribe. Kay, what's up? Hey, what's up? How are you doing? Anthony Motor Coach. What up, Brandon from Georgia? What up? Good to see you. Good to see y'all from Georgia. How much business credit cost and how long it take to receive it? How much business credit? What is that, Diamonds? What are you trying to ask? Can you type that up again? How much business credit can you get and how long does it take to receive? Is that what you're asking? Brandon, I'm going to tackle my bankruptcy. All right. Tackle that bankruptcy. We know bankruptcies, guys. We've been talking about bankruptcy a lot. Okay. Bankruptcy, you want to attack LexisNexis, Pacer, all right, pacer.gov, and you want to go ahead and attack the 3 credit bureaus, all right? Make sure you get all that knocked out. Start with the LexisNexis. Usually when it comes off LexisNexis, it'll come off the 3 bureaus after you dispute with the 3 bureaus. How much does business credit cost, Diamonds? Yes. How long does it take? Okay. If you want to do business credit with the personal guarantee and your business credit is good, 720 and above, you want to go into direct funding, you can do that, or you can do what they call stacking, and you can apply for all your business credit accounts all at once, all in one day. It's easy to go through someone like us who have relationships with banks already, and it's going to look a lot better for you. Usually it's a percentage of your funding. If it's personal guarantee, and you want to get up to 150K, you can do that usually within about 30 days. If it's going through our program with no personal guarantee, there's a fee to that for us helping you to do that. It usually takes about 6 months, 50K, usually a mix of store cards, vendor cards, that kind of stuff, and then cash cards. Can you get business credit with a low personal credit score? If you're not personally guaranteeing it, if you're not giving your credit score for that business credit, yes. If you are personally guaranteeing it, so the reason some people will personally guarantee these credit cards is because you can very quickly go in with your own good personal credit score, a high personal credit score, and get large amounts of funding without having to build up your business first, okay? Because building business credit is like building your own personal credit. It just takes time. So yes, you could do it with a low personal credit score as long as you're not giving that low personal credit score. But if you want to give a good personal credit score, it's going to be about 720 and above. Yeah. Whoa, John Paul. Hey, John Paul, I've eliminated $10,000 in medical debt using your advice. Currently working on beating a garnishment. Congratulations, John. 10 grand, saving money right here. This is what I'm saying. If you're watching the replay, hit the subscribe button. People are saving thousands of dollars. That's people going up. All right. Yes, Bella. Good to see you, Bella. Yes, I've been asking you, Bella, to email me. Did you you haven't emailed me, have you? Email teambweave@gmail.com. You're on the chat right now. I've been wanting to reach out to you and talk to you, Bella. You wanted to talk to us. ALG, you can definitely talk to me. All I have is your handle here, Bella Lala. We don't have that. We don't have Bella Lala in our accounts. I've been looking. I messaged you on comments and YouTube. So please email me. All right, great. No, I never saw your response. Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I want to make sure that we have good communication. That's why I'm here with you. I will email you now. Thank you so much. Here's my email again, just so you know. Give me your full name, everything, so I can look you up in our accounts, so I can reach out to you, all right, personally, all right? Bought your course last week. Great info. Donnie, yes, thank you. I appreciate you. Whoa, Jose, you changed my life and I cleared $6,000 and got a gold American Express and 3 cards from Chase. Jose, congratulations, Mr. Perez. Man, $6,000, congratulations. Again, if you're watching this replay, or if you're watching live, hit the subscribe button, give the thumbs up for these people getting gold Amex, 3 cards from Chase. Chase, now here's the thing, Chase will sometimes give big bonus. They'll give big lines of credit, okay? Big lines of credit. Jose also has an auto loan with only 3.97%. 3.97%. Jose, congratulations, brother. Thank you. Thank you for entrusting us and helping you get this done. And if you want to get this done, 609creditrepair.com, or you can have us do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right? I'll send you proof. Jose, send me proof. Send me proof. I'm going to put my email here again, so we can share it with everybody. All right? Now, we got some people trickling in here on the Saturday afternoon, lovely Saturday afternoon. So I'm going to get to some of the meat and potatoes of our content. All right? All Brandy, I emailed you last week, never got. Make sure you're emailing the right. I'm putting my email everywhere, teambweave@gmail.com. Okay? I respond. I sit here all the time responding to emails. I'm going to email you right now. Sometimes people put an R at the end of it. Some people miss the B. So occasionally people will say, well, I sent you an email. I'm like, well, let's double check. I got your email. And a big thing too, if you want to put your email there, it makes it a lot easier. My email, just emailed you. Okay, cool. Great. Taken care of. You put your email there. All for Brandy just emailed you. All right. Hey, Melinda, nice. Hey, Brandon, it hasn't even been 30 days and my score went up 45 points. Congratulations, Melinda. Congrats. Alan Johnson, good to see you here, brother. Hey, Brandon, you know what? I've seen you on some of the comments. Alan, I really appreciate you being a subscriber, watching all the content. I appreciate you all guys watching all the content. Okay, great. So let me get into the meat and potatoes of this. I got a good question for y'all. Is starting a company better with an aged company when it comes to establishing business credit? So Tony Tone just asked, is starting a company better with an aged company, or is it better for establishing business credit? All right. Yes, it's called a shelf corporation, not shell corporation, shelf corporation, because it's on the shelf. So to do so, you're going to have to, the reason I don't go through this whole process and teach everybody this, because it is very extensive for you to figure out what kind of company is best for you. So this has a lot of tax liabilities, fees for the state, that kind of stuff. Okay. So yes, a shelf corporation, this is how you do it. So you have to go to a Secretary of State website in that state. You don't have to be in that state, okay? You could get your corporation, your shelf corporation in Florida. You get it in California. You could get it in Vermont. You could get it in Delaware. You can get it in Wyoming, Nevada. Wyoming, Nevada have some really strong LLC, corporation, S Corp, C Corp strength for you guys, okay? The other thing, Florida is also very user-friendly on their websites. What you do is these old corporations or older corporations, I won't say they're old and all messed up or whatever, but people aren't using them. They maybe have gone defunct. You might have to pay a fee to reinstate them with the state, and whatever state you're in, you can get them foreign qualified. So for, let's say you're in New York, you get a corporation that's from Nevada, that's a shelf corp. It's 3, 5, 6 years old already, okay? It's got age on it because some vendors want to see that you've been in business 2, 3, 4 years. Okay. So you've got age on your corporation already. You purchase it from Nevada state, get it back in the good standing, and then you foreign qualify it in your state. If you're in like New York, or if you're in Florida, or if you're in Maine, or whatever, you foreign qualify it in there so you can do business in your state. The reason I'm always cautious about these aged companies, you got to make sure that these companies don't have any outside liabilities like creditors coming for them, debts, liens, taxes, fees from the state, fees from the government, all that stuff. So starting new can be fresh and good for you, but yes, an older corporation could give you some business credit. And if you have Dun & Bradstreet, they have a special thing where you can actually see all business credit from anyone. You can pull business credit from anywhere. So you can look at that corporation's business credit already. You might already have some set up. So you might be able to buy a shelf corporation from Nevada or Florida or something like that. Buy the corp, get it all squared away in your name, foreign qualified, and you might have business credit with no personal guarantee for that company already. But it's a bit more complicated because you want to make sure there's no outstanding debts or things that people are coming for that corp. Okay. So, all right. You one crazy dude, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alan, just trying to get to the other side. All right. Is Credit Sesame accurate? No, Credit Sesame is not very accurate. The most important FICO score, the most important score you're looking for is the FICO score. The Credit Sesame is a Vantage score. I think Credit Sesame only gives you 2, much like Credit Karma. It's not real. It only gives you kind of a barometer, and even then, it's not the strongest. All right. So I would say get on a much better, accurate FICO score. My FICO, if you can afford to. If not, you're using the Credit Sesames and whatnot. The Credit Karma is to the best of your ability. All right. Okay. So I had a question here from one of the comments, and keep putting your questions in here. Yeah, Lisa, neither is Credit Karma, not very accurate. This is something called an exercise in equity. Okay, so Mitchell, another Subscribe Tribe member, had a question. Upon reading your ebook about the student loans, disputing them, and asking for the original instrument of indebtedness in original form, he was wondering if it would work on big banks, okay, and other things, other forms. All right, so let's see. Maybe there was a mix-up. Rhonda Hubbard. Make sure your email was correct. Correct. What is your email? Send it out. You have my email. So you purchased it. Maybe you put in the wrong email or whatnot. I see your question here, Rhonda. Please email me. Reach out to me right now. Let me know. Can you please email us back when you're not ready? Okay, yes. Rhonda, what is your email? I'll send it right now. Okay, great. So we'll send right. All right, just need your email. Just need that email, okay? Okay. There are ancient laws that erase all debts. Exactly. Okay, great. So okay, great. So let me get back into this. So can you discharge? Okay, so you potentially can, great. Fantastic. Got your email right here. We'll send this off to you as I speak. All right. So the idea is an exercise in equity. So in the ebooks you can get at 609creditrepair.com, we have a letter, which I'm going to read to you here. And it's going to teach you how to ask for the original instrument of indebtedness in its original form, whether it's a promissory note, a contract, a mortgage note, a car note, bank statements that must be ratified. I'm going to tell you about bank statements that must be ratified with an original contract. Okay, so you're going to get bank statements from these creditors or collectors, and they'll say all sorts of crazy, wild things, and they'll say, oh, you owe this or you owe that. You have to have a contract between them ratifying those statements. So I'm going to walk you through this process. Okay, we're going to sit here. I'm just going to shoot off one email to you individuals here. Make sure that you got what you need. And we're going to talk about a secret bureau that and I think you might have seen it in my other stuff. If you're watching my videos, you might have seen it, but it's a secret bureau that Equifax actually has that you cannot lock up online. You actually have to call. And there is, you know, how Equifax got, you know, how they just slipping and tripping, how they're letting all our information out. You have to lock this bureau. A lot of people don't know. Hey, officer, I bought your package. Good stuff. Okay. Rhonda just emailed you. Let me know it. All right. So here we go. Put this sucker up. Secrets and tips and tricks. Okay. Now, you want to get the whole ebook, walk you through the process, but I want you to see the letter, see what it's like. Okay. Got it? Good. Now, the ebook, the videos, they'll walk you through the process, but you got a little glimpse on what it looks like. All right. Now, this is a letter that you can send to credit card, banks, loans, mortgage. This is a process. This is the other side, okay? This is not all the credit repair side. You still want to get 609creditrepair.com. You want to get your 609 letters, but this is another letter to help you out, okay? I would like to make arrangements to settle the above referenced matter. Please provide me a statement of the amounts that I quote unquote owe, together with your assurance of accepting direct immediate exchange for the original instrument of indebtedness in its original form. Now, a lot of people will freak out. They'll say, hey, you know, am I going to have to pay them right away if they send it? What they're going to do is they're going to send you a copy. Okay, they're going to send you a copy if they have it. Now, with me, with my student loans, I didn't find this information until much later. I was already close to paying it off. Fortunately, lucky have it or whatever. But they sent me a copy. Okay, and I didn't want to deal with it any further, so I just did my little pay, and I could delete the negative. I had a lot of late payments, and I was able to update those to positive. So I have good on-time payment history, which is great. But other people have utilized this stuff, and they have not been able to find the master promissory note. Or I've heard of people, I know of one individual where they couldn't find the mortgage note, and they had to discharge that and take it off of his credit report. Okay, so this is one of the letters. There's another letter here. Okay, there's another letter. Okay, we have multiple letters, multiple rounds for this. All right, so you'll get statements back sometimes, right? So you've sent some confirmed statements that I send, that evidence of the indebtedness of the bank. Okay. Accordingly, would you please confirm that the agreement exists between us, which ratifies the specific application of these statements, confirms me as the party obligator to the bank, will be delivered to me the original instrument of indebtedness in its original form in exchange for payment of the obligation of the above reference account, all that good stuff. So this is when they try and send statements back. Now, you can do this. Rhonda, thank you. You're very welcome. You can do this for collectors, okay? You can do this for banks, credit cards, more. This is allowed. This is your right under contract law. And of course, I'm not a lawyer. I can't give legal advice. It's educational information for you guys, all right? Hey, obviously, I erase tax liens with ancient laws, all vacated pursuant to federal rules. Excellent, fantastic work. So there are options out there for you. So you can dispute 609 letters. We've got section 1681, section 611. It's all there for you at 609creditrepair.com. If you're watching the replay, you can get this. You can get letters of to exercise your equity. Now, what happens at the end of this, if they don't provide you information, just kind of like the collectors don't, right? Just kind of like the collectors don't, and you can send them this letter, okay? If you don't get this information back to them, and if they can't comply within about 30 days of sending these letters, you send a letter, finally, okay, you're going to send a third letter. This is what collectors will do. They'll send you a letter and they'll say, oh, well, you owe such and such, and if you don't pay within 30 days or you don't respond to us within 30 days, we're just going to assume this debt is yours. You can do it the same way, okay? It's like, well, apparently you've overlooked or ignored my request to confirm that you can accept this payment for the alleged obligation, all right? If you don't respond back 30 days, I will conclude that you are unable or unwilling to comply and therefore consider this matter to be legally and financially settled. It's a tacit agreement, okay? Use their own tricks against them, all right? Use their own tricks against them. This is some of the information that is available to you, and you can get this at 609creditrepair.com, or we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right, so thanks. This is great information. Must email you as soon as possible. Awesome. Fantastic. All right, now let's see what else we have. Let's see. What do we got? We got some questions. All right, you may want to try for My Jewelry Club, Het and Chase. There are two more Brandon talks about. Oh, yes. Okay, so primary trade lines. Okay. And late payments off your student loans. Okay, great. So primary trade lines. We're talking about primary trade lines. Why do we talk about primary trade lines versus authorized user trade lines so much? Okay. The reason is that primary trade lines usually will have a larger limit in your name, and they look better for mortgage loans, first of all, for your mortgage, and in general, they get weighted differently in your algorithm for FICO. An AU trade line can stay on there for a very long time. It looks good, but even so, what we found out with when I put a lot of AU trade lines on my friends. Okay, she had a bunch, but they still wanted to see some primary lines, right? So the credit score was way up 700, but they were like, oh, we still want to see some primary lines. So New Coast Direct, okay, and the My Jewelry Club card, great, yeah. Those both will give you 5,000 each. That's 10,000 total. You got the Hutton Chase. Ox Publishing is the other one that I talk about. So thank you, Alan. And these are primary lines for you. These are known as like subprime kind of lending, so to speak, right? You will get approved for them. You cannot be in an active bankruptcy, right? You can't be going through bankruptcy, but once it's done and finished, you're good. So dismissed, discharged, you're fine, okay? You want to make sure that you get good revolving credit back on your credit report, even after you dispute or whatnot, you get the negative off. You want to start building up again, right? So secure cards are okay, but having a primary line that's unsecured, that 5,000, 10,000 worth of that, it's much stronger. Get that revolving. Now, again, revolving debt, revolving credit is important. Revolving is great. You also need secure or unsecured, doesn't matter. Installment loans, okay? Installment loans. Self-lender. You guys hear me talk about self-lender a lot. If you're not getting a mortgage, you're not getting a car loan, and you need, for some reason, you're in the subprime category, self-lender will be your next best bet. So now you've got primary trade lines, you've got self-lender, you're disputing with the 609 letters, you're getting negative stuff off, scores are going through the roof. Then you want to, as you get towards the end of it, up into the 700s, you want to get that open-end Amex card. We've talked about that before. You have all three. You've got your revolving credit, you've got your installment loan, and you've got your open-end, okay? Amexes, and that'll get you up into the top tier, long credit history. Okay, when should I get a trade line if my score is 530? I'm trying to buy a home. Okay, so when purchasing a home, you are in a rather specific situation, right? So you're trying to purchase a home. So you would like to, if you can, avoid hard inquiries for 2 years, if you can, okay? If you can. So 530, you want to get up higher, okay? Are you going for an FHA? Are you going for, Freeman Marcus installment loan? What's installment loan? Installment loan is like a mortgage, a car note, just a loan. There's a loan that you pay on in installments. So it just depends on what your needs are and where you're trying to get it. You go with the FHA, you go with the NACA, you got the VA. They all have their own lowest score possible stuff. If you can FHA, great. So an FHA loan, they have really allowed for lower FICOs, okay? Now, it just depends because you want to make sure you're getting the best rate for yourself, right? So I think 580 and above, they're willing to go for nowadays. And you said you have a 5... I think you're pretty close. So you might just want to get all the negative items off your report. You get all those negative items off, your score should go up. Try to keep the hard inquiries to a minimum, all right? They really don't want to see any over 2 years. They want to see that you're stable, I think, for 2 years, working in the same place for 2 years in the same industry. Find out. Now, this is the thing. If your interest rate is too high, then you might have to start doing more and get your primary lines. Now, you are going to want to look at this as, okay, I'm going to get a house when it's right for me, instead of like, oh, I'm going to get a house yesterday. A lot of people want to get a house yesterday and they're trying to rush their credit repair, trying to put all these primary lines or AUs or whatnot. Make sure the timing is right for you and it makes sense for you because your specific situation is different than everybody else's. So I want to make sure that you're okay. How to remove judgments from a timeshare. Oh yeah, we'll get to that. Okay. Timeshares are a pain in the ass. Judgments are public records. Those need to be removed. Actually, I think bankruptcy is the only one that are allowed to be on there right now. But it should be in LexisNexis. If it's a public record, rip it out of there. We know to dispute with the 609 letters with LexisNexis, and you can dispute public records judgments right with the 3 bureaus. Make sure, Drew, damn, I'm late. Drew, it's all good. Thank you for showing up. If you're just showing up now, I appreciate you. We were about 90 people strong here. Thank you for all the thumbs up and all the love. I really appreciate you. If you are watching the replay, please hit the subscribe button. Like this if it's helping you out. Really, really like spending time with you guys and answering your questions. So hit the bell for notifications so next time I go live, you know when I'm doing it. Let's see here. Are you saying you trade? Okay, how can you remove a lien from timeshare off your credit report? Again, all this timeshare. Here's the thing. I'm going to talk to you guys about timeshares too. You guys seem interested in timeshare right now. There is a procedure to remove your name off the deed of the timeshare. So I don't know if you have this lien because your timeshare is paid off and you are just paying the taxes on it or whatnot, but I just saw a question. I'm going to have to look into that question. But if you're not, right, you haven't paid it off and you want to get out of your timeshare, there are companies and procedures out there. I don't really work with that because it's timeshares. I hate timeshares. I personally, I don't know. You know, if it's working out for you, fantastic, phenomenal. But you can do a simple procedure to remove your name off the mortgage and you can give it back to them. A lot of times people don't know. They feel like they're trapped up in it. Again, the liens, all this stuff. You want to also make sure that they still have the original contract. So like what we talked about, you can exercise your equity, see if they have the note. Pardon me, I had some dog fur up here. See if they have the note and see if they can actually substantiate their claim. All right. Dispute it out of LexisNexis, dispute it off the 3 bureaus. See if there is inaccuracies in their reporting. Okay, they might say you owe a certain amount when you don't. It could be off by $10, $20, $100. All right. Now let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 2 courts, law versus equity. Yeah, so I do understand. I do understand. Ah, right. Working at buying your books tonight. Thank you. Buy the ebooks tonight, 609creditrepair.com. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, so I have a charge-off auto loan that has different open dates, okay? Inaccuracy number 1 could be violation number 1. You ask them to verify that. If they can't, automatic deletion. This is why you want to get the letters at 609creditrepair.com because it actually asks them to delete or demands them to delete stuff they cannot 100% substantiate, okay? Monthly payment on 2 bureaus and highest balance is $0 on 1. And correct balance on the other bureaus. What steps do I take to dispute? This is great. They're all messed up as they normally are, okay? Unverified balance, unverified high balance, unverified opening date, unverified accounts, okay? You can put all of that on your letters. All of that. All of those violations can go in there. You can ask them to verify all of that. Please delete all of this information immediately upon correspondence, right? You have 30 days to prove to you that all this is true. And they better send back not only the substantiation that it's yours, but that the balance is correct, that the open date is correct, the close date, all this stuff. They have over 300 things, 300 little things they have to adhere to, the bureaus, okay? 325 plus or something crazy like this, something crazy, okay? They have to adhere to every little thing. And any little thing that's wrong is a violation, can be a violation. And in these violations, guys, it's got actually money in your pocket or at least deletions. I've seen people go to court and they get their stuff deleted. I've actually seen settlements with big banks, okay? Work in the community. I've met other people. They've showed me their lawyers and who they've worked with and the settlements they've gotten. And it's substantial. It's very impressive. All right. Oh, all right. Okay. Repo sold at auction. My balance difference. Okay, cool. So the repossession, again, we want to make sure that they gave you the opportunity to purchase your vehicle back. Okay. They gave you the letter of deficiency. They sent you the information certified mail prior to repossessing your information. let me go ahead and pull up my repossession information for y'all, because repossessions seem to be a common thread among a lot of individuals out there going through hard times, right? You get your car so you can go to work, so you can live your life. And then all of a sudden, maybe the bottom falls out, and now you're like, oh, well, something happened, and job, wasn't all that or whatever, and couldn't make the payment. But you got the car because you're trying to get to work, right? And this happens a lot. So let me pull up my repo information for you. I'm going to let you know right now how, more specifically, because we talk generalities a lot, okay? Now, they have to have, under your UCC code in your state, okay, provide copies of legal notice and proof of the commercially reasonable manner of the resale of subject field. If no proof is provided within about a 15-day period, the alleged claim of deficiency, which you owe, which you say is about $6,000, will be considered null and void, and any continued collection activities or continued reporting of this invalid claim on my reports will be considered a violation of the FDCPA and FCRA. In addition, it goes on, so forth and so on, about federal laws and state laws and all that good stuff. You can get this at 609creditrepair.com. This can help you out, okay? All right, so Raven, this is great, okay? Occasionally some stuff will keep, quote unquote, coming back, all right? 623 method, send letters to the collectors. Make sure that you have gotten a shot to talk to the original creditors and the collectors so they can trap themselves up by not providing you any statements, right, that are substantiated by a signed contract. We talked earlier about this. You can send letters to exercise your equity and see an original instrument of indebtedness in its original form. And if they send bank statements, okay, you can send a letter back saying, hey, we need something that substantiates this together, all right? So once they don't provide you any of that information, you go to small claims court, you take them to court for violations, you make $1,000 per violation. We have a how to sue and win without a lawyer at 609creditrepair.com. All right, if you need help with this and you have questions and concerns, you can email me. Okay. And people go to small claims, they win often. They, like I said, settlements, significant settlements, violation of rights, deletions, all this stuff. So you're okay. I know it's not easy, but you can take them to court. You have that CFPB to complain to, Better Business Bureau to complain to. People have gotten their repossessions off just complaining with the CFPB. I've seen it personally, okay? So it just depends. In what situation would you ignore what's on your reports and not worry about any removals? Good question, Freeman. Okay, so if everything's positive, okay. If everything's positive, you can leave that alone. You're very welcome, Raven. Raven, you're welcome. If everything's positive, you can leave it alone, right? You don't have nothing to do there. You don't have to worry about disputing. What you want to do in that process, if you want to boost your score, do some of the secrets that we've talked about here, making sure you get that open-end Amex card. Make sure you have an installment loan on there. Make sure you have all good on-time payment history. Make sure you have revolving credit. Guys, you want to have a lot of available credit. Honestly, you want to have a lot of available credit that you don't really utilize, okay? Maybe just a little bit, 2%, 5%. You know, people say 30%, 10% of this. Pay down your cards, right? If you have, Drew, all right, Drew, we want to talk about that. If you have all good on-time payment history too, maintain those cards open, leave them open. A lot of people think, oh, well, I'm not using this card, I'm gonna close it. I made that mistake when I was younger. I wish I had kept cards open. I had a store card that I paid off and I never thought I was gonna use it again, so I closed it. Should have just left it open. The store is out of business nowadays, but whatever. Same thing with another. I had remember CompUS had a store card with them. They closed, all right? I should have just left that open forever. So, it's kind of a crazy situation. If you have everything good on-time payment history, you want to make these strides to increase your credit, all right? Oh, all right. Christmas. Chanel Christmas. This is a great question. What about stuff that's been deleted because the collection agency didn't respond in 30 to 45 days and then respond in about 50 days or more, and the credit bureaus put that collection back on your report? Now what? All right, they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to do that. And I'm going to read you this letter right now about reinsertion. And I think you guys know and have seen the reinsertion letter. Okay, you can get a lot of this stuff that we're talking about. You can get all this stuff at 609creditrepair.com if you're watching the replay and Beyond Committed package. Now, I'm going to read this real quick to you. I don't want to bore you with the, all this stuff, but it says, I noticed these items have been reinserted on my credit report in accordance with the in accordance with the requirements of the FCRA as shown below. And so we quote 611, UCS code 1681 is the big guy, 1681, and then 609, 611. We have it all there for you. All right. 609creditrepair.com. I'm hereby requesting your complete compliance with these provisions. They have to have a certification. That basically it says if any information was deleted, okay, it has to have it needs to be substantiated again with the original provider of the furniture of that information to reinsert it in the file. And to do so, they have to send you something within about 5 business days. Okay, you know the mail, these guys are snail mail, all right? 5 business days after the reinsertion, they have to send you something in the mail certified saying that they're reinserting, okay? So as part of or in addition to the notice under this clause, a consumer reporting agency, the credit bureaus, shall provide to a consumer in writing no later than 5 business days after reinsertion date. It goes on to list what they have to say. I received no such notification. This is a serious violation of the FCRA, and I reserve the right to pursue further action. You consume, you need to delete it immediately, all that good stuff. That needs to happen for you, all right? They can't be putting this stuff back on. They just cannot be putting this stuff back on, all right? And I appreciate you for asking that question because people will say, oh, I got this deletion. Now, if you've got it deleted, okay, and you see it in black and white deleted, you circle it deleted, you send in your reinsertion letter, you can send in the letter anytime, honestly, because some people will send multiple disputes in. They'll have like inquiries in, their personal profile and freeze letters in, you have your disputes in. If that happened, immediately get on it, send it, track it, right? Get that certified and get ready to complain to CFPB or take them to court very quickly. You don't want to wait on that because then it'll get lingered in them. They'll be like, oh, well, you didn't say anything. We didn't know. Oh, they play games. They play all sorts of games, all right? Minimal. Let me see here. Minimal. Email me at team. Cool. All right. How do I handle pay for delete with the original creditor? No collection agency reporting. Okay, cool. So we have a letter for pay for deletion, which is fantastic. You can call them and ask them to do it, okay? Sometimes they'll say no, sometimes they're uptight about it or whatever, okay? But this is what's interesting all right, thank you, will do, email me, thank you. This is what happened, and this is what has happened to me. I've done a pay for deletion in the past. I had a Firestone credit card. There was actually a collector reporting, and I decided that I was going to go to the original people. I'm going to pay them. I'm going to say, take off the collector, which they did. I'll pay. I got it in writing. They faxed it to where I was working, and they said, okay, cool. You pay it, and then we'll delete it. Okay, not a problem. Sometimes they don't want to do that, but I wasn't able to do it with something else, but I was able to pay it because it wasn't that big of a deal for me. And then I disputed it with my 609 letters, my validation letters, and I got it off and I got things to update to positive. All right. Hey, Jason says, why does Dave Ramsey poo-poo credit and what are your thoughts on him? Interesting. Huh. Well, I just try and do our own thing here and do the absolute best we can. I think he probably is providing some great resources for individuals out there. I'm not sure why he would be down on credit, but in general, okay, someone might not be up hip and want to let people out the gate and educate them on credit. They'll just say, oh, don't use credit because X, Y, and Z, you can get in trouble with it. If you know how to use your credit properly, leverage it, pay on time, build credit history, do what you need to do with your credit to build your business, to leverage, to have people paying your mortgage. A lot of people are cash flowing houses out there. That's debt, that's credit, right? That's an asset. So I think the concern with people is that you are frightened that someone might get into a sticky situation like some people are now, and they come to this channel and they need help, right? So if someone is down on credit, I think it's just kind of a concern and a worry, and they want to make sure that people are well taken care of. For a long time, I didn't utilize credit after I didn't have credit. I was frightened by it. I didn't know how to utilize it. And I think once you get the education behind it, you can utilize it much stronger. And I think that goes for a lot of things, stock market, how to cash flow real estate, even even people who are worried about technology nowadays or social media or older generations that don't know how to utilize like a live stream here, right? So in the beginning, I used to do mostly just the recorded videos. That's what I understood. Live stream, I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. I'm able to connect with people. Once you get the education process down and go through some of the growing pains, like I had to get a microphone, right? I had to get a mic. So you have to take the time on a Saturday and learn about what Credit Karma is, or what Credit Sesame is, and understand the difference. Yeah, Carlos, Dave Ramsey gives great advice. I think so too. He probably does. I should probably watch some more individuals out there, but I try to make sure that I'm just kind of sticking to what we got and helping you guys. So yeah, exactly. And to each his own. If you can get the help that you need, I think he's got great debt plans and all that good stuff. So fantastic. But if you want to eliminate those debts, you want to hit that subscribe button. If you want to get that credit squared away, knock it out. You want to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for notification, and get on the subscribe tribe. And when you do, put subscribe tribe down below. Yes. So, and the big thing is anybody out there who's helping people, I am for. I think it's great. So, to each. Is this live? Hey, yes, this is live. You're live. You can ask some questions. Okay. What are the next steps if your lease ends and want to obtain your current lease car? Unfortunately, I made the mistake of going through the dealership bank. Please help. Right. So you have you have the option to purchase a leased vehicle from when the lease ends, right? You don't have to get financing through the company, unless, of course, you sign something saying that you absolutely had to get financing. But from my understanding, a lease, they're not allowed to do that, right? So you should be able to buy Brandon's packets, the Renaissance Woman. Thank you very much. You should be able to get your own financing with your local credit union. Okay. Of course, you went through the leasing of the original contract, the lease for the company, but that wasn't a purchase agreement, right? A PO order, a contract for purchase. So you should still be able to purchase through your credit union, go get the funds, because they're just going to want their money. The bank, your credit union or your local bank or whatever can cut you a check for interest rate for that loan. You can go and you can go purchase the lease. Now, leasing a car and buying a car, all up to you and what you need for your needs. But think of it a lot like renting or purchasing a home, right? So you have an asset or a liability, and if you're putting money into it, you actually can sell the car at the end of your term when you purchase a vehicle. At the end of the lease, you have to turn in the lease or purchase the car. So you're kind of like paying for the rental. But a lot of stuff, the maintenance, they take care of a lot of those other things. So just check what's best for you. Long-term commitment to purchasing a vehicle might wind up actually doing better long term, because you can drive the car to the wheels fall off, right? Literally. But you have to maintain the vehicle and that kind of stuff. So look into it and see what's what. Hey, first time coach catching you live. Hey, well, thank you for catching me live. I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Get your questions in. We're going to try and get a few more in here. Hey, all right, Kala Burks. Hey, Brandon, I'm on my first round. Only one account was deleted. Congratulations. One account was deleted in your first round. Okay. The bureaus, it's been 30 days. They updated the other accounts, but I haven't been provided proof. Should I call them? Yeah. So you haven't been provided proof. So you got some deletions. This could happen, right? You get some deletions. That's why I have multiple rounds. The next letter you send out is your method of verification. You don't have to call them. You want to get a call to delete immediately. You could do that, right? You could do that. But what's going to happen is you're going to be on hold with wherever they're overseas, the Philippines or India or wherever, their customer service. They're not going to really know. And I've heard recordings. I've done recordings. I've made calls. I've seen my business partner make calls. It's a pain in the butt. Send a letter certified. Ask them their method of verification. Send collection validation letters. Send the 623 method letter. Trap them up that way. So do your own, send a letter to the original creditor, send a letter to the collector, see if they have the information, the creditor or the collector. They probably don't. How is the credit bureau verifying? You send that method of verification during that process. How did they verify it? Because I wasn't able to verify it. You're very close. You're very, very close. It's fantastic. Also, if you guys are not getting responses within 30 days, we have letters, non-response letters, asking for immediate deletions if they don't respond within 30 days. You can get it at 609creditrepair.com and the Beyond Committed package, okay? All right. How would you buy a home paying cash with no loan? If you have cash, you can just write them a check. Cash is king. They don't have to worry about it. Here's the thing, if that's what you're asking and you actually have cash to purchase a home and you are interested in building your credit, you might be interested in still taking the loan, because all that on-time payment history, if you pay it over 12 months or whatever, might be very, very impactful. That's a big purchase. But if not, you just purchase the home, move on with your life, right? Don't go into debt. So that's cool. Excellent. Tay asked about his student loans. Okay, so I think you came in a little bit later. We talked about the exercise of equity for student loans. Okay, maybe you might want to watch the replay. I'm going to try and answer it as quickly as possible, but you can dispute it with the 609 letters. All right, you have letters to ask for the original instrument of its original indebtedness, a promissory note. If they can't provide it, because it says it's not, you said it's not with the original creditor. Okay, the original note holder doesn't have it. So you want to find out who does have this note and who has this, who can substantiate a contract between you and them to substantiate that this is yours. Let me go through this again. I'll put this down here. Okay, this is for you, Tay. Student loans, okay? Would you please confirm that the agreement that exists between us, you and this new company, right? Not the original, because it's not with the original creditor or the original note holder, right? Between us, which ratifies this specific application and confirms me as the party obligator to this banker, collector, or whomever, will be delivered to me in the original instrument of indebtedness in its original form, okay? And you dispute with the credit bureaus at the same time, all right? So you want to do that. And again, you can watch the replay. You can get the letters at 609creditrepair.com. This is helping you out. Give me a thumbs up, hit the bell for notification. All right. Let's see what else we got. Oh, man. My son's credit has been used by a very close person, and now he can't use his credit because it's destroyed. What do we need to do? Okay. You need to dispute all that negative stuff, first of all. Now, a very close person used his credits. If it was unauthorized, yes, watch that replay. Appreciate it. Just got the big package. Can't wait to get busy. Congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you believing in us, believing in me. You can watch all the testimonial videos here on this channel as well. See a lot of people getting great results, sending in their testimonials. They got great comments. I really appreciate you guys for doing this. So if this person, and go back to this question, if this person used your son's credit and they were not authorized to do so, this is a case of identity theft, right? Or fraud. Okay. And I hate using those words. I hate that. I don't like having to get people trapped up, right? But it is. And if that's the case, you need to file some, charges with this person, or file a police report at the very least, and go to the FTC, get you that affidavit, and get this identity theft stuff off for your son. Okay. The Renaissance Woman. Thank you. His plan works, guys. Trust the process. It's legit. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I feel really bad for you and your son. And, if it, God, that it really makes me really angry. So yeah, probably an ID theft situation, the FTC affidavit, police report. If you got to file charges on this person or sue this person, you got to do what you got to do, because you can't have people do this to you, right? Now, if they were authorized or was an authorized user and they weren't supposed to do that, here's the thing, guys. What we do with people that are using authorized user or employee cards or whomever, you can have them sign a statement. So the credit card company say, well, you're responsible on this stuff. You can have another statement notarized saying, hey, look, this is your limit. If you get over that, okay, or whatever, you're going to owe that amount, or you're going to be liable for these if this is outside the business needs or whatever. This is what we agreed upon. So you have an outside agreement, so you can take them to court and say, no, 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 no. Okay. So don't just willy-nilly let anybody use your credit or cosign, right? Just willy-nilly. If you want to do this, and I don't recommend cosigning for certain people or whatever, right? Because they're already struggling. I've heard horror stories of like car notes cosigning. But if it's a bank car AU, hey, look, this is our situation. This is our agreement. Okay, don't let stuff like this happen to you. All right. All right. Let's see what we got. Is it necessary to notarize? Notary makes it a legal affidavit that must be responded to. It confirms who you are, who you say you are, so they can't say that you are not who you are. They try to play games. So it is best to do so if you can. All right. A lot of banks will do it for free. A lot of credit unions do it for free. A lot of individuals know people who are notaries who don't even know they're notaries. Okay. You can work out deals with this. It's a good idea to do it. Brandon, how and where can I report my rent for credits? Hey, great question. I'm glad I have that available to you right now. Okay. And then we're going to go back about this secret bureau here, guys. All right. So you can report your rent with these new apps. Okay. There's a new app called the Pinch app. The Pinch app. Okay. Just make sure your on-time payment history is all good, right? Because if you miss, right, it'll affect you as well. But you're not going to miss, okay. Equifax, freeze their secret bureau. We have to call. That's right. Okay, great. Hey, Anthony knows. See, he's paying attention. And that bureau, that NCTUE, they have a number here. It's a hotline, 86. Well, I don't want to confuse you guys, but this is how you freeze. Let me write it down. NTCUE, Equifax secret bureau during breach, freeze. I'll give you guys the number: 866-349-355. Call that to freeze. Call that to freeze. You want to make sure, because during the Equifax breach, they didn't tell people that their other bureaus were compromised. In '97, AT&T created this for telecommunications, cable operations, utilities. There's information out there about payment history, all this kind of information for your phone, utilities. I mean, all this stuff, right? That people are like, how do my lights turned on and I have this information, or I have the power, water, and all that stuff. You want to make sure that all that's frozen so people don't get your addresses, information, that kind of stuff. I just want you to make sure that you're safe. You're very welcome, Jason. All right. I want to make sure you guys are safe, because Equifax plays games. They're not telling everybody everything. Okay. They slowly trickle out information now, but my team is on it. All right. My team is on it. So the Pinch app, Rent Track is another one you can use. Rent Track. All right. Rental Karma. Rent orders. And I believe Clear eCheck. Yeah. E-Rent payments and pay your rent. Those are places that may be able to utilize for your situation. Take a look for your specific situations, but you should be able to report your rent, give that good on-time payment history, and that should help you out, okay? All right, so we went over exercise and equity for all your loan notes. Make sure that you're getting that on-time payment history good. If not, you can have this be a tacit agreement, right? If they don't provide you promissory notes, car notes, mortgage loan notes, all this stuff. So you have that, okay? You can dispute with 609 letters. You can freeze Equifax's secret bureau, all right? You can do goodwill letters to update your on-time payment history, all right? You know what you need to do with your primary trade lines, your open-end cards, your installment loans, all right? We're doing really good stuff here, guys. People are getting great results. I appreciate you. If you need anything, you can reach out. You can email me. All right, let's get a couple more questions in here. I know you guys are dying to get to your weekend as well. I've got to get on some emails. People have been emailing me, so I got to make sure that I catch up. Let's see here. Oh, hey, there's Drew. Hey, does a credit union car loan require as big a down payment as a car dealer financing? Great question. If you have good credit with good credit score, okay, a lot of credit unions will allow you to do 100% financing. Okay, 100% financing means that you need no down payment. Okay, that's great. A dealership might do 0%, zero down. They might do a good rate. They might do good terms, but you have to take a look. All right. As far as I can tell, a credit union is going to be more competitive than the dealer. And a lot of people might think, right, Drew, people might think, hey, I'm going to a credit union. They're a little bit more tight with the money. They're a little bit more, invest in the community, and they want to make sure they're getting paid. They're going to want 10% down, 20% down. No, not the case. If your credit score is strong and good, a lot of them will do 100% financing. Man, some some credit unions will do 120% financing. I don't know. I don't even understand. I don't even understand why they would allow you to finance more. I'm guessing because maybe you can finance your gap insurance, warranties, that kind of stuff. But hey, that's pretty cool. Store credit is good to get. Store credit, yeah, store credit can be good if you need to. Primary trade lines with store cards are My Jewelry Club, New Coast. Those are store cards. They're just really high limits. Ox Publishing, Hut and Shade, those are store cards. So yes, those can be good to get you back in the ball game. All right. Let's see. Tay, send validation letter right now. My brother paying says not the point. Should I stop paying? Oh, okay, Tay. So Tay's interested in whether or not you should stop paying or not. So it's up to you what you do for your financial situation. I can't give you financial advice. You can dispute during your payment process. So dispute, validation, verify, exercise in equities, 623 letters if you need to, pay for deletion, all this stuff. You can. You don't have to take the late payments. You might be concerned. You're like, oh man, if I stop, you don't have to do that. Make sure you have a good on-time payment history, okay? Does your group help with trade lines? We do help with trade lines, AU trade lines, primary trade lines. We do. We have helped people with that, set them up. AU trade lines are more of what we would sell, okay? They're only for a couple of months while you get your good credit pumped up so you can get your on-time payment history, and then you get your own good primary trade lines. The store cards that we were talking about, the Jewelry Club, the New Coast, all that good stuff, yes, absolutely, we help you with that, okay? All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. A couple more questions, and then I'm going to jump off so you can enjoy. Let's see. Let me go back here. Let's see. Machiavelli Silberg. This is a good one. Okay. Any way to remove child support? Yes. Yes. Short answer, yes. I came on hard time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So support. Okay. You want to make sure, this is one of the things, child support, you want to make sure you're not in the rears on, okay? As long as you're not in the rears, you can dispute, okay? If you're in the rears and you dispute, they're going to come for that. They're going to be like, oh, wake up the beast in the bay. Other than that, you're fine. We have seen it come off. You can dispute with the 609 letters. You can dispute your support. You're good to go, okay? Daryl Harris, email me at teambweave@gmail.com. Okay, so we have people in on Saturday, all right? Sometimes we have people on Saturday, Daryl. So it just depends. We're on East Coast time, so we're usually out earlier on Saturdays. So if you want to email me, you can email me. If you're watching the replay, you can sign up at the awesomelifegroup.com, or you can do this yourself at 609creditrepair.com. If this video helps you out, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so you can go live, all right? We can go live anytime. Now, I really appreciate you guys. Yes, East Coast. I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna let you guys get going here. Working in women's shoes stores. What is that smelly feet? Who is this person? All right, guys. So if you need anything, you can email me. Subscribe to the channel, comment below. When you do hit that subscribe button, put subscribe tribe down below. I appreciate you all so very much. I'm gonna get going here pretty soon. I wanna leave you with some good positive information. If you are looking to repair your credit, I had someone named Jamie email in. Says my score was 597, now it's 682. I went out and spent some money for my birthday, but that's why my score came down a few points. But thank you so much. My life is changing one score at a time. So that can be you as well. We appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you all subscribing to the channel, making the difference in your life. We are doing business credit as well. No personal guarantee, okay? With direct funding as well, we can do with personal guarantee. We're working on trade lines now, so you can get trade lines with us. We're doing credit repair, do-it-yourself side. We're doing live streams Here we're doing credit repair, Q&As. You've got all the resources you need to repair your own credit and get the credit score that you want, get the car note, get the mortgage that you want, travel the world for free. I'm going to be putting up a video here. I went to Japan 6 months ago for my birthday, all on travel sign up bonuses and rewards. And I went back and had a great time, and it was a great time. And I really appreciate you guys. So is business credit information on your site? Let me give you, hey, the Renaissance woman went from 553 to 730 using Brandon's letters. That's fantastic. I appreciate you. Let me give you my business credit website so you guys have it. And business credit website, ALG Business Credit. Awesome life, awesome credit, awesome business, awesome credit. All right. So if you want that awesome credit, you want that awesome life, you want that awesome business, you need awesome credit. So that's the website you can go to. All right. And again, we're on the East Coast, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, bonded and licensed in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I appreciate you guys. Enjoy, and I appreciate you. And until I see you in person, I'll see you on the other side. Take care.